If your Ford is showing the check charging system warning, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. This warning is common, and after researching forums, mechanic insight, and real owner experience, I've put together a list of proven fixes that can actually work and doesn't take much than a few minutes to try. So let's get started right away. Everything will be done step by step. Fix number 1. Check and clean the battery terminals and ground connections. A common cause for this warning light in your Ford's dash is dirty or loose battery terminals or a bad ground connection. Start by inspecting the battery terminals. If you see white, green, or a bluish corrosion, that buildup can disrupt the flow of electricity and trigger the warning light. Disconnect the negative terminal first, then the positive, and use a wire brush or terminal cleaner to remove all the corrosion. A mix of baking soda and water can help. Once everything is clean and dry, reconnect the positive first and then the negative, and make sure both are very tight. Then trace the negative battery cable to its ground point. Usually it's a bolt on the frame or engine block. Remove it. Clean the surface with sandpaper or a wire brush and tighten it back. This basic fix has solved the issue for many Ford owners. Even if your alternator or battery are fine, poor connection can still confuse the system and cause this problem. Now let's jump to fix number 2 if this first one didn't work. So check the drive belt and alternator output. So another reason why you get the check charging system warning is because of the alternator or the drive belt. So if the alternator can't maintain a proper voltage, your vehicle will flag it as charging issues, even if it seems to work sometimes. Start by using a multimeter to measure the battery voltage while the engine is running. You should see something between 13.5 and 14.5 volts. If this voltage is lower than that or fluctuates widely, it's a sign that the alternator isn't charging the battery properly. Next, inspect the drive belt. If it's loose, worn, or slipping, it can prevent the alternator from spinning fast enough to generate the correct voltage. Make sure the belt has a proper tension and isn't cracked or shiny. Even if the voltage reading seems okay, some alternators failed intermittently, charging fine for a while, then cutting out. Many Ford owners on forums like Ford Edge Forum and F-150 Forum reported that replacing the alternator fixed random charging warnings, even if when they tested, they didn't catch up the issue at first. Fix number 3 is to reset the battery monitoring system, the BMS charging system. So if you recently replaced your battery or had any electrical work done, your Ford may need a battery monitoring system reset, BMS reset. When the system doesn't get reset properly, it can misread the battery charge status and trigger the check charging system warning, even if everything is working fine. One way to reset the system is simply by disconnecting the negative terminal of the battery, wait 10 to 15 minutes, and then reconnect it. This allows the car computer to reboot, recalibrate, and check again all the system to see if they're working properly. By searching on different Ford forums, I also find a guy explaining how to do it another way, and he received many likes, so I guess it works. His way of doing this is to simply turn on the key but don't start the car. Then flash the high beam headlights 5 times. Usually, pull back on the signal light lever. Hit the brake 3 times after doing that and watch the battery light start flashing. And that's about it. It's definitely worth trying out. Now, fix number 4, if nothing worked, is to replace the BMS sensor or module wiring if needed. So if you replace the alternator, the battery, and the warning is still there, the problem might lie in the battery monitoring system, like I talked previously. But now it's about the wiring or related fuses. On many Fords, the alternator communicates with the car computer through a LIN bus system, And a blown fuse like the F55 fuse or damaged wiring between the alternator, PCM and BMS sensor can cause charging errors. Some mechanics on Ranger and Ford Owners Forum have pointed out that missing or blown 225A charging fuse or broken PCM LEN wiring is often the root cause when all other parts checked out. So just go ahead and inspect the fuse box. Usually you have two of them of your Ford, and especially the LIN boss fuse, and check the wiring connectors as well for any damage, maybe rodent damage, stuff like that. Replacing the wiring or the fuse can restore the communication and clear the charging system warning. If you have any other solutions to this problem, please type them down below. If you succeeded and actually removed that dash light and your Ford is running properly, I want to know as well, so type a comment down below. Subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.